Stereo mix. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. Alright, Joe, say something.
1 2 1 2. Check check check.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Year. I want to see y'all in the chat. What's up now? Suited and booted while I'm sick. I'm still here to do it though. Let's do it. Let's see what that sound like. Alright, just say something.
1 2 1 2. Check check check.
Check 1 2 1 2. Year. I want to see y'all in the chat. What's up now? Suited and booted while I'm sick. I'm still here to do it though. Let's do it. That sounds real good. Let's see what that sound like. Oh Lord, it's gonna be a loop now. Well, at least I know we sound good. Man, bro, you remember I kept on saying like, yo, like there would be big delays because like there was this buzzing on the mic.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out what it was. So I changed mics to the one that I bought. I almost sold this because I was down bad. But I decided not to because they was only gonna give me like $27 for it, and I paid $120 for it. What? No, they bad as gangsta. And I kept it and I changed the microphone and it didn't do it no more. So the microphone Isaiah gave me, oh no.
It's just tweaking.
Yeah, it's just
And a natural buzz too.
yeah, something with the y'all meaner, I don't know. Something with the y'all meaner. But it doesn't do that when I record music. I don't know. But this is the new podcast microphone for the time being. I don't know how close or far I need to be because I can hear myself breathing on the repeat, but I don't want to sound too far away. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hold on. Repeat, but I don't want to sound too far away. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Oh no, that's good. Mic sounds good. Appreciate that. That's what I need. That's the type of support I need in the chat. Said the mic sound good. Was that Gabe?
They made that noise?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I see him in the chat. I see him in the group.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. When the boy is doing what it do.
Gabe, I hope you don't take this
Who
wrong
gon'
way.
do?
I hope you don't take this wrong way, but you sound better than usual. Like, did you change microphones?
I know y'all don't like me, man, but I'm better than the other man.
Okay, Gabe. Okay.
You started early.
Real early.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Everybody hate
I'm
because
just
they
confused.
know
Why does he sound so clear?
what
Joe,
I'm
am I
about to
tripping?
do.
Nah, yeah, he does sound better.
You always tripping.
Bro,
You
Gabe.
trip. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Gabe used to sound like he was recording through a potato.
He sounded like he was always in the car going down a gravel road.
Cause I'm always a potato.
Gabe, what the heck is that supposed to be?
He on one. He's on one.
I'm on one.
Good.
Let them know I'm on one.
Gabe, I'ma still take the votes into consideration, but depending on how this case go, I think that's how I'ma actually handle the situation. I already briefed Joe on what he need to do. I'm temporarily granting Joe full authority over the conversation.
I sure hope Joe is a non-biased judge, because if not, I will ask him to recuse himself.
Like they did in the YSL
Most
trial.
definitely non-biased, Gabe.
I couldn't think of a better.
Eliminate the tomfoolery.
I couldn't think of a better component, a better candidate to be the judge. Because Joe don't care. Joe do not care. I be like, Joe, I'm the homie. He don't care. He don't. I know I'm watching, but we got 5 people in already. Let's go ahead and get it started. Okay.
Because they know I'm hyped. They know I'm back. They ready to do. I'm back. Guess who's back? Gabriel's back.
Is that about how loud you're gonna be most of the time? I'm just asking because I want to get all our volumes back equal.
I'm gonna be as fluent as I can for this show, my friend.
I'll just tell you that just a little bit. Because jokes.
See, he already scared.
I'm not scared.
Always.
Yes,
he already scared. He gotta turn me down.
I don't have to.
That's what's sad, Joe. That's what's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's a sad day today.
You turn this whole operation into something akin to WWE. Because behind the scenes, like, we be cordial. It be copacetic. It be great. And then we get on the mic and he just says things against what we both are trying to do. Like, me and Gabe want this show to go somewhere. I want the volumes to be right. And I'm doing mic check and he's saying I'm scared of him. Trying to provoke me. Knowing good and well that ain't what it is. May, I'm not gonna do the intro because
you say so.
I'm actually changing the name of this show. I'm gonna have to make a new intro. Matter of fact, you know what? I'll do it one more time for old time's sakes. Let me go ahead and run the intro.
This is sports talk and everything in between. Check your systems are offline. Anonymous. I'm in the mood. We can get it poppin' to be
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk and everything in between. I am your host, T. Long time no CT and no CTE. I want to welcome you all to the show, but might I say that we are sunsetting Sports Talk and everything in between. That does not mean we not doing the show no more. We just gonna do a little bit of a rebrand, kind of like when Sierra Mist turned into Starry, or when 2 Chainz went from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz. We need to rebrand. And so from now on, I would like to welcome you all to, hey, let me tell you something. A show where we just gonna tell you something.
Really?
Mainly.
Did you really just do that?
Mainly, what do you mean?
I know we could come up 10 times better to come up with a slam dunk. We could have just hit the people with, hey, yo, we need y'all to tune in next week because we got a super duper surprise for y'all. You just so non-eclectic. Hey, we Brandon. Let me tell you something. Dude, come on, man. Put some fire behind it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, what my illustrious host / partner / originator of this show is telling y'all, man, we finna go ham. Cause like I said all the time, let me tell you something. That's what we about to do. That's the name of the new joint. Get ready, get hyped, get top. Make sure you got your popcorn, you're listening, you're driving in your car, whatever you got to do. Make sure you tell everybody to tune in to let me tell you something. Because we finna tell you something.
That's crazy. That's crazy because this isn't the first episode of Let Me Tell You Something. This is the last episode of Sports Talk. The theatrics are supposed to come next week. So if you let me run the show like I've been doing for the past 4, 5, really 7 years, I'd appreciate that. Gabriel.
What's up? It's pretty tough.
Did he really just use my government name on the airwaves? Okay.
Oh, dog, he did. He did.
He's officially censor. Trevor.
That moment of silence was him trying to think of a loophole to get out of there. And he found one. Granted, he found one. I give you that. That's my fault. That's my fault. But everybody knows that Gabe is short for Gabriel. So I don't know why he is so upset about it. That don't make no sense. I don't think anybody would be shocked to learn that your name is Gabriel. We call you Gabe. I don't think anybody thought on your birth certificate it said Gabe.
People may have given themselves that name, and that may not be my actuality name, but now you done told them, man. Thanks a lot.
Oh, we got a great show coming for y'all. We got a great show coming for y'all. If you in the chat, say what up. I want to see the chat active because, you know, I did not promote this episode like that. The promotion starts next week. We got some big things coming. Thanks to Gabe. All props to Gabe for really fueling the experience that we gonna give y'all moving forward. But until we get some of those things worked out, this is an intimate episode, mainly for the participants of the podcast league. And so I want to see everybody that's in that league in the chat. Hold on, let me talk to the group chat. Y'all can catch the audience up as to what we've been in this hiatus. Joe, I know the people miss you. They love, hey, it's Joe. Cool Joe.
Not simple Joe like me. You know, I'm just average Joe. If anything, miss my buddy Double M. Hopefully, we'll have him sometime in the future. Love to have the back-to-back that we usually have, especially with what we're going to go into this episode. You want me to give a preview of that, T?
Not just yet. I want to see some more people in here because I don't want this great content to fall on deaf ears. Gabe, what you been? What we been up to? Gabe, tell the people why we ain't been live for so long. It's your fault,
Bruh. Due to technicalities beyond my control that I don't control. We haven't
beyond your control that you don't control.
Yep. We haven't been able to been live. I.e., I ain't the host. I ain't the owner. I just work here and try to get a check. And so when the boss man tell me we ain't got no work, I just say, yes, sir, boss man, whatever you say, sir. Just let me know when I come work, sir. I appreciate that very much. All I want to do is be real good for my contention with boss, sir.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You gotta clean that up.
When the boss man say we can go up, I put my hat on, put my soul on my mouth.
That sounds crazy.
And I say, yes, sir, boss, sir. Anything else? You want me to sweep over here, boss, sir? I sure can sweep. You want me to talk about sports, boss, sir? I sure can talk about sports.
That is insanity.
That's that. I ain't been nowhere because boss sir ain't got to say we ain't got no money.
Oh my
God.
God.
Boss sir say. Boss sir say we ain't got no money.
I didn't have no money. That's true. I didn't have no money. I don't even know Sports Talk. All them episodes are still up. I really don't know. I think I don't know. I hope they are. Well, I got all the recordings, so it ain't like
we can't work. We ain't got no money.
We ain't got no money.
It really hurt me too because I was really looking forward to the NBA recap, and then we just stopped right when it was supposed to be NBA time.
Oh yeah. I see what happened was I was thinking, like, man, I gotta get into the league. I gotta get into the NBA, and the desire was just so non-existent. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
So crazy. He was really talking about it every week. Like, he was really telling me, oh yeah, I'm watching it now. I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
Love the NBA.
Yeah.
Watch it to me.
Joe, also, this might be the last week we can do this. Man, you know what? I should have set this up beforehand. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. Will we be able to do it one of these days? Because I know what you do while we record. One of these days, I'm gonna join you. One of these days, I'm gonna join you. That's all I'm gonna say. I guess I'm exposing everybody today.
Put me out there for no reason. I ain't say that.
Oh, my bad, gang.
Just over here chilling, doing my thing.
Yeah, see, that's the reason why we ain't been on the air. Cause boss up been in that everybody private little secret. And I don't appreciate that, boss.
Insanity.
I ain't even do nothing to you, boss. I just come work when you tell me come
you
work.
You gotta stop with that accent. It sounds crazy.
And now that how you treat a boss, that ain't emo fair.
How I treat y'all, that's crazy. I hope
That
you put
ain't
on.
emo fair.
I hope you put on a more sophisticated voice for your lawyer voice. We gotta. This is the first time we doing a bit on this show.
And see, boss talking about I gotta do a bid. I can't believe that. No dog, I don't even know how to spell bid. B-E-D, bid.
A bit, like a skit.
Bid. Like a skit? Or like a H-I-T? Okay. Got it, boss. Thank you, sir. Don't mind me, boss, sir. I appreciate that.
Gabe is trying to get the bag for real. He's trying to get the bag. He's trying to get the bag.
Gabe.
That's the problem. Gabe want to get us viral for all the wrong reasons.
There ain't no wrong reason to be viral, boss, sir. I'm just saying.
All right, bro. You gotta stop. You've gotta stop. This is not okay.
I'm just saying, boss.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. You know what? I think I'm giving like a couple more minutes, but I was gonna say, Gabe kept calling me boss man, and I think that used to be my name in his phone. But Gabe didn't change my name in his phone so many times, and he actually changes it. Gabe, you care to tell the people some of the names that you've given me and why? And actually, don't do the why. Just give them some of the names.
Well, one of the names is Hugo. U-G-O-I-T. And that simply is unknown greatest of all time. Now, the question is, what is he great at? Is he great at lying?
Dang!
Is he great at telling stories? Or is he just great at being a ninja? We don't know yet.
That's crazy!
Let's find out which one it coincides with. But we gonna get him there. And in every blue moon, he'll do something that's very, very, very intricate in thought process that reminds you of this great villain named Thanos. And so every now and then I'll switch it to Thanos. But he ain't really been no Thanos. He's just been a Hugo for the most part. So I just keep a Hugo right now.
Interesting. Before those, I do distinctly remember first time I realized he had different names for me was
I forgot to tell him one more. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, the most illustrious name he has ever had is O'Reilly, after Bill O'Reilly. Because here's the thing, when you get in a disagreement with him, he switch the subject so much, if you don't write it down, you forget what the heck you
That's crazy.
He tried to come back to the point that you originally said, and then you've been forgotten the point that you were trying to make. So, be careful when you argue with him.
I definitely believe that was more so something that you did, but hey, we just gonna let bygones be bygones, I guess. Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I bet. Well, we've been put it on display because oftentimes me and Gabe get on the phone, we talk for hours, and all we do is argue like lawyers, and that is what we gonna do today. So let me just lay out this premise for y'all, and then we gonna let court be in session. So there was a trade done in the fantasy league Sunday between Danny and Double M.
Oh, you're not even gonna use the league name?
What is his league name? Mr. AP or something like that? It's too late. No, it was Danny. It was Danny.
He on a roll for calling out government names tonight.
I'm telling you, man.
That's not his government name. That's not his government name.
I'm telling his full name and where he live at. That's what I'm about to do.
Man, that address you got, I do not live no more. I don't live there no more.
And his birth certificate and his bank account number so y'all can get all this money he got.
What money? What money?
He's getting pretty. He ain't making no podcast for the fun of it. Negro clocking in.
Whoa! Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Domingo, Kachingo, ching ching.
Yeah, nah, that was wild. That's way wilder than anything.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, look at how we sunsetting sports talk, man. Sports talk deserves so much more respect than this. But listen, there was a trade done between Double M Mr. AP. And some people say it was a bad trade, including myself. However, there were a lot of votes, and traditionally, the first to 4 is what goes through. That's always been the case since we started the podcast league up until now. Now, there must have been some sort of error, because I thought that I upheld it, but apparently not, because when the 4 votes to veto came through, then it denied it, so it didn't go through. Instead of rescinding it, Danny claimed, "Oh well, you know what? I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do the trade because he started hearing other offers." I would like to adhere to league rules, and there was a whole debacle about it, mainly because of Gabe inciting a riot within the league. So we took a vote on it, but everybody didn't vote. We missing like 3 votes, and I'll still take those votes into consideration. However, as league commissioner, I'm gonna be honest with you. With this being the podcast league, and since it wasn't a landslide of yay or nay whether to keep it or not, I'm gonna leave it. And I'm sorry to blindside you. I'm gonna leave it to the judge to decide what we are gonna do about this situation. Just like Roger Goodell, I'm gonna put it on somebody else. So we're gonna have court. Joe is our judge. I am the prosecuting attorney because I'm the one that's trying to uphold the law, aka the league rules. And Gabe, Mr. Joker himself, since he wants to be on the other side of the fence, he can be the defense attorney for Danny. I'm gonna hold down Double M. Joe, court is in session. Please lead us. I guess it would be, you get a premise. And well, you know what? I want you freestyle it, Joe. Freestyle, yeah. See what you think about what you know about the court of law. I'm gonna let you take the lead. See if you know how these recessions go.
Get this right. We just gonna tell Mr. Mighty Joe, you gotta make a decision.
We sure are. So you better make a good argument.
I would first like to say that
I didn't vote for this. And I am asking for refusal of the judge. I'm asking for refusal of the judge right now. On the basis of long-term friendship.
He hadn't said anything.
Okay, I'm asking for a refusal of the judge now.
Joe, you might want to get in control of your court.
It brought to my attention that you were forming a case to go against the prosecution here.
Due to technicalities beyond my control, I have no acknowledgement of said statement.
Man in the chat saying order in the court.
Ain't got no hammer right now. My hands are occupied. But
man, slap the mic.
I'm gonna
keep it peaceful.
I'm gonna need the constituents that are sitting in the galley to not interrupt the court proceeding. Just saying.
Okay,
can you be honest with you, Gabe? As an impartial judge on this whole situation, I would like for this to be done more vague anyway. This isn't necessarily a discussion about this particular situation, but this is more a discussion about how things are going to proceed going forward based off of the rules that were established beforehand. How do you feel about that?
Okay, are we reverting back to the old rules then? Because, some commissioner changed the rules. I'm just saying, so I don't know what I got. Which rules we going back to?
Objection, Your Honor. Facts not found in evidence?
Do I need to take a screenshot?
I never changed the rules.
You want me to get a screenshot?
Hold up, T. I hear what you're saying, Gabe, but we're going off of the rules that were presented to everybody in the group chat when we started the league. Those are the rules that we're basing everything off of. Now, any new rules, that's what we're here to work out. We're here to work out what the disagreement was, what the where he tried to fix the situation. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about the rules that the league was founded on, and we're gonna see if this trade stands by those rules. With that being said, who wants to go first?
I would like to go first.
Any objections, Gabe?
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Your Honor, the defense requests to allow him to reserve his right to challenge said statement at a later time.
The reason being?
I just don't like him.
Well, Mr. Show Host, I can't lie to you. It'd be pretty hard to argue against a person that's not willing to present an argument at this time. Would you agree to
Your
reconvene
Honor,
at a different time?
Your Honor, I apologize
Yes.
for interruption. What I'm saying is I reserve the right to appeal this process at a later time off the previous statement, but we are ready for our defense.
So do you want to defend now, or do you want to wait for a later time?
Your Honor, we reserve the right at a later time for our appeal. However, we are ready to proceed with this proceeding.
With all due respect, Your Honor, it sounds like Mr. Gabe knows he's going to lose the case, and he's just asking for, in the event of, to be able to review the facts of the case and file an appeal at a later time.
Well, that remains to be seen whether or not that'll be gifted to you at the end of this trial. So let's proceed with what we have at this moment and see if you have reasonable doubt to make an appeal at a later time.
May I, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, on Sunday, September 15th, there was a trade that went on in our prestigious fantasy football league. And the facts of the evidence will show that the way that trade played out did not go congruent with league rules. As commissioner of said league, and as the person that made said rules, I am more than qualified to speak on the inner workings of how this mishap happened and how it can be prevented moving forward. This won't take all day. I appreciate everyone in the chat and the Honorable Judge Joe for allowing me to present my case to the court. For foundational purposes.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Say what up?
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Understood, Your Honor. For foundational purposes, there is a group chat, one via text message, one via messenger, where I sent the same message to both groups. On Monday, September 2nd, I sent out, and I quote, I'll read the whole message in its entirety. Alrighty, we are an hour and a half away from draft time. Last few things to keep in mind for the draft and the season moving forward. There are 2 defensive players in the starting lineup, no flexes. Trading and communication is encouraged, so if you need to reach someone that's not in this group chat, please let me know. Let me know, please. Trades can be upheld and vetoed. 4 votes automatically veto a trade. There is no way to automatically push a trade through once there's 4 votes to uphold it. So I will uphold them manually once there are 4 votes to uphold. Keep this in mind. This is an easy way to build relationships throughout the league. I set it up this way because the same thing goes on in the NFL, so why not in our league as well? The trade deadline is November 27th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And one more time, please look at the scoring because that could definitely influence who you draft to win. The final schedule will be finished before the end of the night. I appreciate each and every one of y'all's participation. Let's go. Now, particularly about the 4 votes. Traditionally, since the inception of this league, it's always been about this very show that we're on right now, Your Honor. I wanted a fantasy football league that ingratiated with the show that we do on a weekly basis. And one thing about fantasy
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain. Get to the point.
Basis?
The lawyer is intentionally setting up a precedent that will allow him to have control over the narrative.
Gabe, I understand your objection has been viewed by the court, but let's let him finish his procession before we have any further objection. You will be allowed the same opportunity.
Thank you, Your
Proceed.
Honor. Thank you. Since the inception of this league, it's always been first to 4 votes, upheld or vetoed. Whichever went first, that is what we go through. So on this past Sunday, there were a lot of votes going in. I have a screenshot that shows that there were 5 votes to uphold as opposed to 2 votes to veto. I went to uphold the trade as league manager, and I don't know if there was a lag in the system or if I just forgot to hit the button as a whole. No matter what happened, it got vetoed, even though it had more votes to uphold than it did to veto, because it can automatically veto, but it won't automatically uphold. So the trade didn't go through. A simple fix would have been to just have them redo the trade. However, Mr. AP, under the influence of his lawyer, decided against going through with the trade. However, that would not be fair to the rest of the league, because under no other circumstances can you reverse a trade unless you go out yourself and get it vetoed before there are enough votes to uphold. See a trade from Juice and Double M last year, citing case law. So, to fix this mishap, I changed it to where instead of it automatic, if there's an error that can happen like that, I changed it from where it automatically vetoes it for 4 votes to where I have to manually veto them. That way, there's no room for human error. I automatically push them through. I automatically veto them. Huh?
Before we move on to the solution that you tried to integrate while the issue was going on, let's hear Gabe's side.
Okay. Okay.
Regardless.
Okay. So, look, in closing, my closing argument, I'm going to just throw my closing argument out there. I don't believe, as commissioner, let's not get it messed up, Your Honor, I'm still the commissioner of this league. I'm not a fan of exceptions to rules because it's unfair to one party, really multiple parties that, wouldn't have that same advantage. I'm all about the fairness of the league. So when the jury or the Honorable Judge Joe takes everything into consideration, my question is, do we want a fair league or not? I rest my case.
Gabe, you may now present the objections you have to this argument or any arguments you have about the case in general.
What is it? Ladies and courts of the ladies and gentlemen of the court and the podcast, as well as the chat. This lawyer of the defendant, would have us think that this is simply about a trade being upheld. But there's so much more and so many more details that have not been shown and not been displayed in this. He will have it set to where your minds are focused strictly on if the trade should be upheld. However, my goal, my desire is that you look at the full picture and you understand why the system, not a human, the system decided that this trade should not be upheld. No human error, no human decision. A setting that was put in place by a commissioner prior to this league being established via the draft. So how are we going to argue with a system that was in place and now all of a sudden something's wrong with the system? As I mentioned, I will focus in not just on that system, but on the totality of what is at stake if this trade is put forth.
So,
thank you, Your Honor.
Would it be fair to say that your gripe is with not just the trade itself, but the way the trade was not pushed through or pushed through? Is that what you're saying?
My gripe is that there is a biased action in this trade that is not being fully displayed.
And what biased action is that? The rejection of the trade or the acceptance?
No, the fact that the person that wanted the trade accepted is completely and 100% family member of the commissioner. And it will be in his best interest for that trade to go through. And therefore, the commissioner has every reason to make sure that this trade goes through because it will benefit him later on down the line in this trade and in this league.
You have any objections to the arguments here?
Yes, objection, mischaracterization. There would be no benefit of the trade going through, seeing as how the trade would benefit someone who is in my division, and it would not benefit someone who isn't. So, if anything, the trade could come back to bite me. Not to mention, how is it a bias if all I was trying to do is uphold the rules?
Any response, Gabe? Because it is true with the facts that have been laid out that what was beginning to proceed was the set rules of the league. Whether or not the trade would benefit or not benefit a person, that wasn't up to one specific person. It was up to, the podcast as a group to decide that, to be able to band together to be either veto or accept and push a trade through, as stated by the rules.
Can I cross-examine? Can I call out my first witness, John?
If you have a witness, most definitely.
All right, I call the commissioner up.
By all means.
What questions do you have for him?
Are we gonna hope him in? We hope to tell the truth, no truth, and so help you hope.
Ain't no cap in my rap.
Unbeknownst to some of the listeners, we have our own oath that we came in already sworn in under. I would hope that we would follow that.
Fair enough. Mr. Commissioner, will you please state your title in this podcast league?
Anonymous T, manager of the show host and league commissioner.
Would you please explain for the audience, the chat, the podcast, what are your responsibilities?
My responsibilities would...
Your responsibilities to managing the fantasy league that you established.
My responsibility.
Gabe, I'm going to issue a warning here. Whenever interrogating the witness, let's not badger him now. Let's not interrupt him as you ask the question.
Intimidating the witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
My responsibilities are including but not limited to making the schedule, scheduling the draft, making the point, setting the points, setting up the settings as far as transactions go, including trades, and just trying to manage the engagement of the league, which ultimately would be to have as many people engaged as possible.
Okay, specific question.
Okay.
Do you set the rules upon the trades when they're vetoed and accepted?
What do you mean?
Do you set the system to automatically accept a trade if it's supported by 4 more votes, and to automatically veto a trade if it's supported by 4 more votes?
Well, ESPN Fantasy doesn't allow for you to automatically uphold a trade, but they do set it to where they do give you the option to automatically veto it when it's at 4. I played around with the settings. I didn't see any other way around at the time, so I just set it like that, and I'm on my phone all the time, so I just pay attention to the league, and when trades go through, I watch the votes. Usually people call me to vote because everybody has my number. Everybody knows that if you want to get some trades to go through, then you need people to get to vote. Oddly enough, you being one of those people have called me to get me to vote on a trade, and once it hit 4, I manually upheld it. And that's the way it was until Sunday. On Sunday, when I realized that, hey, you know what, this could be a little bit more complicated than what I've foreseen, because this is the
Your
most...
Honor, will you please ask the witness to stick to answering the questions presented to him?
Is that an objection, Gabe?
Yes.
What's the basis of your objection?
I'm
You can't
sorry
just
that
say
Your
objection.
Honor-
You gotta, it's objection. Act the...
Hey, control yourself.
Sorry, Your Honor.
You are the witness right now. Now, Gabe.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Just as a witness, I feel like he trying to get at something. I feel like he trying to get at me.
He's being allowed
Your
the same
Honor?
opportunity to present his case just as you were. Now, Gabe,
I'm just...
when you are presenting an objection, you do have to be specific about what you're asking for. So
Your Honor?
specifically, what are you objecting?
Your Honor, I specifically asked one question, and he went into bringing into several other details, and particularly about things that have taken place in previous fantasy leagues.
So bring us back to the
I
point.
will-
What was your original question?
Original question was, does he set the system to automatically veto? And he answered that, and after he answered it, he proceeded to continue on and explain and try to give us irrelevant information at the present time to my question.
Your Honor, how is it irrelevant if he's asking me about the settings and I'm explaining how the settings work?
It's specific
Please just
questions.
answer the question that is asked. You're a witness on the stand at this moment, so answer one question at a time and try to stay away from expounding on a point. We're focusing on one point at a time here. You're the witness on the stand.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
Proceed,
so
Gabe.
I would like to go back.
Can I
and
can I
would like to
re-answer the
know-
question?
No, we got the answer we need. Thank you. All right, so excuse me, Your Honor. So, Mr. T, is it correct to say that you are able to set the settings to automatically veto upon receiving the appropriate number of votes?
Yes.
Next question. Is it safe to say, or is it correct to say, that you are unable to set the system to automatically accept a trade if the specific number of votes is needed to upheld the trade.
Correct.
Is it safe to say you as a human have to consistently monitor if a trade is put through and the appropriate number of votes are needed?
I don't have to consistently monitor it. That would not be true. No.
But sir, you just said you watch it.
I said I always have my phone on me.
To watch the trades, correct?
I mean, you want to tell the truth or not? Because like I tell the truth and then he object. Your Honor, I don't understand. I'm just trying to answer the question.
Okay. All right. Let me specify the question. Your Honor, I will clarify the question. Mr. T, as commissioner of the Sports Talk Podcast League, do you have to be aware of when 4 votes will trigger an automatic trade?
Do I have to be aware of when they automatic?
Do you have to be aware when 4 votes are received or more for a trade to be automatically upheld?
It can't be automatically upheld. You just asked me that.
Do you have to be aware of 4 votes to make sure and sustain that a trade is upheld?
Yes.
If the votes are before the needed veto votes?
Yes.
So, is it correct for the podcast members to assume that unless you are watching, they are at the mercy of vetoes, even if they want a trade to be upheld?
They at the mercy of, what do you mean?
What I mean, sir, is that if I was to put a trade in your podcast league, and I had the necessary votes of 4, however, if 4 other members come in and hit the veto button before you can uphold the trade, that the trade will automatically be vetoed. Is that correct?
That's literally what just happened before I changed the settings.
Is that correct? Yes or no?
I answered your question.
Yes or no, please?
If it literally just happened, then that means yes.
Yes, thank you. Now, with that being the case, why are you the only one monitoring the trades?
I'm the only one that needs to monitor the trades.
Okay, so it goes back to my original question. On your phone, do you have the app on your phone, sir?
I do.
Do you consistently watch trades?
I have my notifications on, so I don't have to watch my phone 24/7. I got my phone on me 24/7, and when it notifies me there's a trade, yeah, I stay glued to it because it's exciting. That's the reason why I made the league, because it's something I want to do.
So do you consistently watch to make sure that the necessary votes are needed to uphold a trade?
Yes.
So in this case, this is my point. If you do that, then why was this trade vetoed by the system? I rest my case, Your Honor.
I told you why in my opening statement.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
With the information you provided, I understand your gripe that due to the commissioner not necessarily constantly monitoring his phone, that there could be a circumstance where the vetoes and the acceptance for the trade happen at a similar time. But in this particular case that we're speaking of, it seems like the trade was vetoed before it was accepted. Is that correct to assume?
Well, I got screenshots that prove otherwise. I can submit them to you in evidence. I sent it to the whole group.
Before it was accepted, or accepted before it was vetoed?
There was 5 votes to accept, and there were only 2 votes to veto. And one of the members that vetoed admitted that they saw that it had 5 votes before before they had the option to veto. Before they hit veto. I mean.
Do you have any response to these,
my phone.
this evidence that they gave?
Your Honor, I have proven that this is a human error situation, not a computer error. So the fact that we have human error does not allow us to be able to go back and try to change it. We're not always allowed to make changes off of mistakes of our own.
And for the clarification of everyone listening, the human error is
That the commissioner did not click acceptable of the trade prior to the veto system being in place. And I can say that, Your Honor, because the evidence that he showed literally shows the amount of accepted votes and the amount of veto votes. So he had plenty of time. However, Your Honor, he missed out. Now, for whatever reason he missed out, we should not be subjugated to his mistake. He should be, unfortunately, Your Honor, in this case, he should have to suffer the consequences just as other people have to suffer the consequences. If somebody was to accidentally discharge a weapon, not intentionally, if a person gets injured, no matter what situation and how it may be presented, that individual still is subject to the ramifications of that decision. And in this case, the commissioner should not be exempt for the ramification of his, for lack of better words, mistakes.
Objection. Facts not found in evidence. Do I have the opportunity to cross-examine him, Your Honor?
proceed. Although I feel like the point is maybe being overlooked. Gabe, I realize I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, not only is this case a general way about how we'll go about things, and not necessarily about this trade, because we're not going to undo the trade and make the trade happen just because that's how it was supposed to go now. This is more of a discussion to decide how we're going to do things going forward. Although I do understand that you're saying this trade should have been accepted no matter how good or how bad, and just because the votes came. I do understand that. Now go ahead and proceed to it.
I call to the stand Mr. Smoth, aka Gabe.
I hope to tell the truth. I hope to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me.
Okay, Gabe. Have you ever created a fantasy football league?
I have.
Really?
Yes, Sean, I have.
Okay. Do you have any evidence to that? Can you tell me about that league?
It was a fantasy baseball league. It was very brief. It was deleted because we only had so many participants. But it was an opportunity for me just to associate with some friends of mine at that current time because we were into this particular sport.
Okay. And when was that?
It's about unfortunately, Your Honor, because of the health scare that we had in this world, my timeline has been somewhat construed, but I would say it was pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
Understandable. Please.
Okay.
Let's get to the point.
Okay. I'm just laying foundation, Your Honor. Okay, so we're talking about at least 4+ years ago, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so not only have you never made a fantasy football league, but you haven't done one as of recent either. Is that fair to say?
I think I stated that.
Okay, just double checking. Gotta lay foundations. There are rules to engagement. So you wouldn't be quite familiar with the inner workings of the settings, or how those settings have changed over the years, have you?
Are you asking me, am I familiar with it?
Yeah. Are you?
Yes, I am familiar with it. Yes.
And where did you get this knowledge from?
I got the knowledge from you.
Okay.
As a commissioner.
Gotcha. So I'm just curious if you only know what I know.
I did not say that.
Then, I mean, nothing else really points to anything else. I'm looking to try to figure out where are you a credible source to factually state that it was a human error and not a system error, because there's nothing that you said thus far that would lead us to believe that you are an expert or even knowledgeable on how said system works.
But you said it was a human error.
I said it was a system error.
But you implied it was a human error.
No, I didn't. And in the chat, witness is saying, but the system messed up. They are also familiar with how this works. So, Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion. I'm done with my cross, and I moved to make a motion because that motion is for mistrial because Gabe paraded around, and I have an overwhelming amount of evidence that all Sunday his message was the trade shouldn't be upheld. The trade shouldn't be upheld. The trade need to be vetoed. It need to be vetoed. And when we get here in the court of law where everything stands up, where everything is upright, where we all, we sworn in, we got to tell the truth. And he said it should have gone through, but it didn't because of human error. So Gabe influencing everybody because nobody was speaking like this until he jumped in the chat. Gabe influencing everybody to say that the trade shouldn't have gone through, and the argument that night was whether it should stay or not, and he makes that case in court. That changes how the votes are tallied, even though we weren't even finished tallying them. But if we have to move him from nay to yay because of the argument he just made in court, then this whole situation is null and void. I move for a mistrial. Danny needs to accept that trade, and I've already fixed the settings to where this will never happen again.
Okay, what's your response to this?
You can't tell me how to trade. You can't tell me how to say yay or nay just because I bring out a point.
Well, I'll make this decision.
Objection, relevance. We're not talking about you trading. We talking about the trade that happened that spurred this whole thing.
But you can't say I'm in favor of that trade just because there's a human error.
Order. Gabe, hold your tongue. T, hold yours as well. With the evidence that's been presented, both sides do have their fair points, but I do believe that there's a lack of perspective in this conversation, and that it should be held at another time, and the mistrial will be pending that decision, reviewing the evidence that you present the next time we convene.
Why?
Because although you do have your opinion of not even your opinion, what the rules state, there is the opinion of the group in question with this particular trade. And so with that party not being here to defend themselves and their own perspective, we're not going to leave it up to Gabe to do so.
He's in the chat.
He's defending his own perspective at this time.
Because he definitely wasn't. He definitely didn't argue. He didn't argue for what Danny wanted.
Right. Gabe was not arguing for his client's perspective, so we're gonna leave that evidence to the side to be redetermined at a different time, and re-examined by us as a group, and we're gonna table it for now as a pending trial.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Court is adjourned.
Court is adjourned.
After everything that Gabe just said and contradicted. All right, we back to normal. After everything that Gabe just said and contradicting what he was saying in Sunday, that trade is going through. Danny, if you listening, go send that trade and go through with it. This is done. This is over. We're not finna talk about it no more. I'll declare a mistrial. It moved up to the Supreme Court. I call the shots right here. This is it. This shouldn't even been this long. Joe, I'll be honest, you definitely was impartial, because I'm like, what?
That trade shouldn't go through. I don't care what you say.
You just said in court that it should have gone through, but it didn't because of human error.
I did not say go.
That's what you said.
No, I didn't. I
That
said
is what
it
you
didn't
said,
go.
Jay.
I said it didn't go through because of human. And I didn't say I asked a question.
You said it
Your
should have gone
response.
through in your closing
I
arguments.
asked a question. I never said it. I questioned.
Judge, what did you hear?
You literally
We ain't in court
said,
no more.
you literally said that even though it might not benefit anybody or the repercussions of it, that they're gonna have to deal with it, that they should have to accept the trade. That's what you said.
I'm not saying they should accept the trade.
We both heard you.
Oh, I can't wait to play this podcast back.
All you gotta do
I
is
didn't just say that.
You can pull it up right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, May in the chat is saying yes, you did too, bro. We all heard you.
That's your wife. That's your wife. I'm not worried about that.
I don't
I'm not
care.
taking your wife's word. I'm not taking your wife's word. She's supposed to support you no matter what, whether you right or wrong.
I'm finna pull it up.
That's why we said you're not arguing for Danny, because
That's the whole reason Joe put it on, bro. And you got witnesses. Okay, you said May's my wife. But what about Joe?
That's your best friend.
I'm not trying to hear it, bro. Nah, bro. He had a witness. We got a witness. 2 witnesses, in fact.
Nope. I want to hear it played back because I did not say that.
Oh, don't worry. I got it right here.
I want to hear it played back. Associated with some friends of mine.
Nah, that's too far. I'm gonna put you on blast right now. I don't care.
I'm listening.
that's it.
Should not be exempt for the ramification of his consequences, just as other people have to suffer the consequences. An amount of veto votes, so he had plenty of time. However, Your Honor, he missed out. Now, for whatever reason he missed out, we should not be subjugated to his mistake. He should be, unfortunately, Your Honor, in this case, he should have to suffer the consequences just as other people have to suffer the consequences. If somebody was to accidentally discharge a weapon, not intentionally, if a person gets injured, no matter what situation and how it may be presented, that individual still is subject to the ramifications of that decision. And in this case, the commissioner should not be exempt for the ramification of his, for lack of better words, mistakes.
Objection. Okay. So, y'all shouldn't be subject to my mistake, right? So the trade needs to go through. Because it only didn't go through because of my mistake. Allegedly.
Whoa. No. Go back. What did you say I said? What'd you say I said? Because I ain't here. Y'all said I said. No. Play the video. No, play it back. I want to hear me say it. I don't hear it. To uphold a trade.
Yes.
So in this case, this is my point. If you do that, then why was this trade vetoed by the system? I rest my case, Your Honor.
I told you why in my opening statement.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
With the information you provided, I understand your gripe that due to the commissioner not necessarily constantly monitoring his phone, that there could be a circumstance where the vetoes and the acceptance for the trade happen at a similar time. But in this particular case that we're speaking of, it seems like the trade was vetoed before it was accepted. Is that correct to assume?
Well, I got screenshots that prove otherwise. I can submit them to you in evidence. I sent it to the whole group.
Vetoed before it was accepted, or accepted before it was vetoed?
There was 5 votes to accept, and there were only 2 votes to veto. And one of the members that vetoed admitted that they saw that it had 5 votes before before they had the option to veto. Before they hit veto. I mean.
Do you have any response to this evidence that they gave?
Your Honor, I have proven that this is a human error situation, not a computer error. So the fact that we have human error does not allow us to be able to go back and try to change. We're not always allowed to make changes off of mistakes of our own.
And for the clarification of everyone listening, the human error is?
that the commissioner did not click acceptable of the trade prior to the veto system being in place. And I can say that, Your Honor, because the evidence that he showed literally shows the amount of accepted votes and the amount of veto votes. So he had plenty of time. However, Your Honor, he missed out. Now, for whatever reason he missed out, we should not be subjugated to his mistake.
Right there.
He should be, unfortunately, Your Honor, in this case, he should have to suffer the consequences.
We should not be subjugated to his mistakes. So we're gonna fix the trade.
We subjugated to your mistakes. And from the standpoint of, oh, well, I made a mistake. I didn't get in time. I didn't click accept in time. That's tough. That's your problem. Don't sit up there and subjugate us.
Okay, so if you don't want to be subjugated, then just fix the trade.
No, what I'm saying is...
Nah, Gabe. We got you, bro. We got you. No, we got you, gang. Let's just keep it a beam, bro.
No.
We got you.
You don't have me.
Mistrial on the way.
Nah, man.
Mistrial on the way.
I said exactly what I said.
Mistrial on the way. Hey. Mistrial on the way.
I made a mistake.
Danny got a terrible lawyer. Oh my God, Danny, no.
Nah, bro.
Joe.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I said all this stuff and ain't none of it even on tape, on recording.
Gabe, it's right there.
It's right there.
No.
We played it twice.
We should not be subjugated to your mistake of not clicking the accept button in time.
Yeah, and I fixed that already.
Okay, well you to fix it. You can.
Yeah, and the only way to fix it is to have them do the trade over. We can do that. That's the thing. You said we can't always fix human error, but we can in this instance. Then we're going to. Don't even worry about it.
No.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm gonna hit up Danny. Go ahead and fix that up, buddy. Let's go ahead and fix that up. We gonna go ahead and fix that up. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Dude, that is so not what happened. And we got plenty.
Gabe, your argument was that you were arguing that it was his fault.
He didn't do it in time. So since he didn't do it in time, that's his problem.
You were arguing that it was his problem for not accepting the trade when he got the 4 votes. He's telling you, okay, I'm gonna fix the problem by accepting the trade that should have went through in the first place. That's what he said.
No. You trying to say I made a mistake, and since I made a mistake, I'm going to correct the mistake. No, you're not allowed to do that. You made the mistake. You gotta live with the consequences of the mistake.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
As commissioner, literally, no. When something goes wrong in the NFL, Goodell goes and fixes it.
Well, I want. I don't want to be before the judge no more. No. I want arbitration.
I care what you want. I don't care what you want. This ain't even about you.
Well, guess what? He ain't finna put the trade through, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, he is, because I'm letting him know right now.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. Watch me.
No, you can't.
You
can't take players off his team and put them on somebody else's team.
I'm finna tell him to redo the trade.
You can't tell him we redo the trade.
Yeah, I can.
You can tell him, don't mean he gonna do it.
And if he don't, guess what? What? He's out of here. What do you mean?
You are not finna kick somebody out of the league because they didn't do a trade with your father.
Try me. It ain't about him doing it with Danny. It's them not following the rules.
Please. No,
you can flip it however you want to, but I know the type of ship I'm trying to run. I want everybody to. Ain't nobody trying to hear that game. Your head cannon is not facts. I'm sick of this. Like, you not finna sit here and tell me what I'm trying to do. Now I gotta set you straight because you didn't piss me off. Now it don't matter nothing. I think this is a bad trade. Brandon, now you put up 3 points. I don't care about that trade. We gonna follow the rules though, like I said them.
The rules that you messed up on. Don't.
I didn't mess up on the rules. It didn't go through. It was a system error.
No, it's a human error. It can't be a system error.
You don't even know how the system work. You don't even know. You don't even know. You're so ignorant. Oh my God.
You gotta say it's a human error.
He's so dumb, bro. He's so dumb, bro. You just talking out the side of your neck. You don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Shut up.
You just said it.
Shut up.
You can't say it's a system error. If you're a system error, the system would be able to say it automatically accepts trade and automatically veto trade.
They don't have that option.
All right, then it's not a system error, it's a human error.
But I hit uphold.
Yeah, you waited too late to do it.
I didn't wait too late. That's all right.
Yes, you did.
That's where the error happened. That's what I'm saying. That's where the error.
When you had the 5
Gabe, shut up.
accepts,
I'm not doing this no more.
Accept,
Whatever, Gabe.
and you didn't do it. And then the system got the
I'm sitting here
veto
telling you I
vote,
did do
and
it. I did do it, Gabe. That's what I'm saying.
The system said you didn't. And I'm going by what the system said.
It said that all right, whatever, Gabe. Whatever. You don't even know what you're talking about. You ignorant. You dumb. Shut up.
He's just mad.
Joe.
Yeah.
Week 1 reactions. Go.
My quarterback blew his knee out, man.
That's tough.
My dog.
Dang.
Dog got his knee bent like some chopsticks. I mean, golly.
That's tough.
I'm terrified. I'm disgusted. It was ugly. We played on a soccer field in Brazil. There was gang fights going on outside. They was scared to let our folks outside the stadium. Yeah, so it sucked. I hated it. For my team, at least.
So what do you think that leaves y'all?
Leaves us in alert. I mean, we don't have the hardest schedule for the next 3 to 6 games because that's the projected time for him to be out. But, I mean, who knows what that's going to do to Jordan Love's progression. You know, we've seen how time helps him get better. So even though he had last season, I mean, if we take away this time, is he going to regress as he comes back, or is he going to be able to come back and step right back into where he left? You know, that kind of, our defense does seem improved at first look, but it's also first game of the season. It was on that weird field, so, you know, I'm not going to get overly excited. But, you know, as a whole, we looked better as a whole team. You know, we were more offensively focused last year, but we looked a lot better from a defensive perspective, even a special teams perspective. But yeah, we need our boy to get his knee back together before we start talking about any type of run.
I think I saw something that said Matt LaFleur said he ain't ruled him out for next week.
You know, I believe 1,000% that that's just, you know, what's it called? He's trying to keep the morale up. He's trying to let the team know, hey, your boy tough. He's fighting. He could be back next week. He can't be back next week. We seen what happened to that knee in slow-mo. He can't be back next week. Leave that man down. We just paid him. Please let him heal all the way.
Yeah, not for real. Nah, that's tough.
Yeah, it's very distressing to watch in person, considering that it led to an end of a promising drive that could have won the game, but you know, no telling. It hurt my feelings, to say the least.
Golly. Gabe, tell us about your Bears, because we all know you're a Bears fan on the low.
Let's be real. Matt Eberflus, Kangaroo, however you want to say it. They need a new coach. And the problem is that GM is finna construct a Super Bowl winning team and finna get fired next year. Because what's gonna happen is what normally happens. You let the pigmentally honed individuals do the grunt work. And then you bring in the pigment challenge individuals to finalize the product and take the win. I.e., Golden State Warriors. Point blank. We know who built that team. But a pigment challenge individual is the one that gets all the credit for their success. So what's about to happen is that Chicago Bears have an awesome team, have a very potentially, even if he's not a top 10 caliber quarterback, he will at least be a game managing quarterback that can make some in a tight jam throw, off script throws. But because they don't have common sense to fire the coach, they are going to lose their jobs along with the coach. And then a whole new regime is going to come in. Probably the regime from the doggone Giants going to come in and take full credit for them winning. And they're going to end up going to the playoffs, and they're probably going to end up winning the championship. And we're all going to sit back and go, hey, I'm telling you, their defense is legit. And they got an offense. They had a run game last year. They're going to have a better run game this year, and they got a quarterback that can actually make some throws. If he had somebody who actually knew how to teach him how to play in the NFL. But what's going to happen is that boy that gave Danny Dimes $40 million is going to come in, take over that team, and then he's going to take that team with a few more pieces to a championship and Super Bowl. And guess what? The pigmentally individuals are going to be fired and not going to get the credit for building that team because they are too ignorant to fire the coach.
Passionate, very passionate.
It's sad. It's really, really sad that that's what's about to happen. Really, really sad.
So what you think? What you think? How you think they're gonna do this year?
I looked at it, man. They probably gonna get to the playoffs. They are, and the reason why they gonna get to the playoffs because they got enough time. They got enough time to get up on Green Bay because of an injury. If Jordan Love hadn't went down, I probably wouldn't have said they went to the playoffs. But because Jordan Love went down, Minnesota ain't got no quarterback. Detroit's gonna be probably in the Super Bowl, and at least the Bears. And I looked at the NFC, and ain't that many teams for real. You got what?
All right, real quick before you do that, because I really want to challenge you. If they making it, then they making it as a wild card, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who you got winning the North? The Lions, because you said they're going to the championship.
Right.
Who you got winning the South? The Saints? The Saints or Tampa?
Probably Tampa.
Tampa? Okay. The East, going what, to the Eagles?
Nah, Cowboys.
The All
All right.
And who gonna win the West?
All I need to hear.
No, for real.
This is what's crazy. Los Angeles Rams are gonna win the West.
Okay. I don't think that's super crazy, but so the 3 wild card teams are who?
Chicago.
Okay.
San Francisco.
Okay.
And probably gonna be the Saints.
The Saints. So no Philadelphia.
Oh no, I apologize. I'm wrong. Philadelphia. I was trying to think of the other division. It's gonna be Philadelphia. So
Okay.
one wild card is coming from. You got two teams, Cowboys and Eagles, and then you're gonna have Chicago and Detroit.
Chicago, Detroit.
Then you're gonna have San Francisco, Los Angeles.
Yeah. And the third team you said
And Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers. So Chicago is better than the Saints.
Yeah, they are.
They're better than the Seahawks.
Yes.
All right.
Are they better than Washington?
Yes.
Y'all think y'all better than the Vikings? I know that you said they ain't got no
it's because
quarterback.
the Vikings don't have a quarterback. That's the only reason. If the Vikings had their quarterback just to manage the game, I would probably push them out the playoffs. But because they're going to have enough time, because the thing is that Caleb is not going to lose the game for them. That's all that matters. As long as Caleb don't lose the game for them, their defense is going to win a lot of games. Their defense is going to win a lot of games for them just because of that.
Sam Darnold went like 12 for 18 with a couple of touchdowns. He's not that guy, but he's not trying to give it away this season.
Yeah.
Sam who?
Sam Darnold.
Sam
The
Darnold?
Vikings quarterback.
Yeah, okay. If you say so. If you say so.
all I'm saying is that.
I feel you.
I watching Red Zone. I seen that man throwing it. I'm like, wait a minute now.
He was
the same one that had the Jets jersey on, right?
He was same one that was seeing ghosts.
Yeah, the same one that was seeing ghosts.
The same one that was seeing ghosts.
He's throwing it.
Mm-hmm. So, Pittsburgh. They'll be over 500. That's all I can say. That's all I know. This charade at quarterback, I don't know. Justin Fields. Look, I get it. Dude is young, and it's like, oh yeah, we won, and this could be our quarterback in the future. He need to sit down and work on his mechanics, bro. Like they Chris Boswell put up 6 field goals to win the game. We didn't get in the end zone. That's been a problem for the past 3 years, even down to being last year, past 4 years. We can't get in the end zone. I think Russ can push the ball down the field, but he got whatever he got going on. And as long as Justin Fields winning, Tomlin gonna keep him in. So we'll win games we not supposed to and lose games we not supposed to. And when it's all said and done, hey, probably 10-7, the 7th seed. Might probably make the playoffs. We'll probably make the playoffs. We'll be 10-7.
Y'all gonna make the playoff. Justin Fields ain't finna lose that game. Like the way he played on Sunday, he needs about, let's just be honest, he needs more preseason game. So he gonna get basically what we consider preseason games over the next few weeks, and he gonna be good to go.
Yeah, my fault.
I'm good to go.
I'm literally arguing with Danny in the podcast league group chat. Like, bro, accept that trade, bro. Accept that trade, because like they're playing with me. Like it's just
Somebody's gonna accept that horrible trade.
He should have accepted it in the first place.
He didn't.
Why is no?
It was an accident, just like it was a human error, just like it was a human error on your part.
Can't nobody convince me. You hit the notification, then went to review it and accidentally hit accept. You panicked because your quarterback blew his knee out, and somebody was offering you a quarterback for somebody that you had on the bench. I'm not trying to hear it. Accept that trade, and I don't want to hear about this ever again. Not even when she tell you that he's better as friends.
That's your perception of it.
And you know what? Since it's my league, like, my perception really all that matter. I don't know where you not getting that part. Especially you, Mr. Joker. I'm surprised you not getting that.
You need us in the league.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I really
you can't
don't.
have no league without players.
I'm in so many other leagues. Like,
so you just want to shut down the podcast league.
I ain't even got to shut it down. Everybody's having a good time except for you and Danny, which, you know. I
never said I wasn't having a good time.
Okay, then shut up. Like, then be quiet. Like, what? Well, then if you are having a good time, if you good, then don't worry about it, gang. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
That it was human error, man. You can't be upset. There was a human error. You made a
You
mistake.
keep saying that, and I've already fixed it, so it's null and void. You even talking about that? I don't.
Yeah, but see, that's why you.
Yeah, but see, I don't. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. I'm Andre 3000, man. I don't care.
He keep on admitting that he made a mistake. He just won't say he made a mistake. That's what it fixed. Oh, because it was a human error.
No, okay. I fixed the system so the system wouldn't mess up. I know that I hit the button, and I know that it didn't go through. It's probably a network lag. More than likely, that's what it was.
Okay. So it was a network lag when it was 5 votes on there. And you just hit the accept button and it just...
When I took that screenshot, I had already upheld it. That's what I'm saying.
Really? I need to see a screenshot to say you upheld the vote.
Gabe.
I need to see the commissioner side of it.
You for the make me kick you out of my You finna make me kick you out. You playing with me, you skating on thin ice. I tell you what.
Oh boy.
Joe, why he trying me? Like, y'all just want to see something crazy happen. And I'll do it. Like, I'll do it for real.
Like you don't do this every time. That's what I'm wondering.
You said what?
Why you acting like you don't do this to you every time?
Because maybe I got hope.
You act like it's new every time.
I be believing in people, bro. I be hoping he would leave the foolishness alone. He just won't do it.
I believe I can fly.
And he don't act like this all the time. It's only when it's somebody around.
I don't know what you're talking about, Joe.
I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. I don't know.
I act like this all the time.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You know how many times he be like, just let me finish. Just let me finish. Just let me finish.
Come on, T.
I'm off fault. I'm in this text thread. But yeah, what is it's 9:00?
Yep.
God, I'm not doing all these games. I started that last year and I'm gonna keep it. We not going through all these games, predicting these games. I'm sorry. Joe, who gonna win next week between the Packers and who they play? Indy?
Yeah, play Indy.
Who you got?
We gonna pull it out in the squeaker.
Stop it,
man.
Did you really just lie to yourself like that?
He did.
Okay. Because he mustn't see. You just didn't see what Anthony Richardson did, huh?
I seen him with his reckless throwing talent, just throwing that thing up there against CJ Stroud. I seen it.
Okay.
He good. The team solid, but I believe there's a chance, and in that chance, I believe we can pull it through.
Gabe, who you got? You got the Colts.
Yeah, I got the Colts.
Of course. I didn't have this written down already. TGE, Colts, Green Bay, Colts. Pittsburgh playing Denver. I got Pittsburgh. I got reason to believe we will beat them. Joe, how about you?
Give me.
You said what?
Give me Pittsburgh.
All right, Gabe.
I'm gonna let poor Bo Nick stay on his feet.
Give me Pittsburgh. They gonna run amok. That defense gonna run amok on that boy. But Bo Nick's gonna be seeing ghosts. I ain't feeling like he gonna see TJ Watt one time, think that he gonna flinch the rest of the game.
Yeah, that is tough. Well, I think Mike Tomlin got like a crazy record against rookie quarterbacks too. Like it's tough.
It don't even matter. We talking about Bo Nix, man. Please, Bo Nix finna get it handed to him. Unfortunately.
Ooh, Houston and Chicago. Who you got, Gabe?
Houston.
I got Houston. Joe?
Yeah, Houston.
Houston. Which one of these games look interesting? We'll do one more game. We got a rivalry. Thursday Night Football, Buffalo and Miami. I'm gonna go Miami.
Gabe.
Is what's your name playing?
Ooh.
The quarterback for the Bills.
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
I don't think he hurt.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Was he hurt?
No, he was hurt. Yeah, he was hurt.
He was questionable.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's played. It's too early to tell.
I had to wait and see on that one. Unfortunately.
No, you gotta tell us right now. We ain't never did that. Tell us right now.
Well, I'm gonna put an extra behind it. Unfortunately, I gotta choose Miami, but I don't want to choose them. And the only reason I'm choosing them is because there's a potential that what's the name is hurt. But if he wasn't hurt, I'd be choosing Buffalo.
Look, I'm gonna put the asterisk, and I'll do you one better. I'm gonna put in parentheses if Josh plays, switch to Bills.
Thank you.
That's what the parentheses is for. Joe?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna choose Miami.
All right. So going undefeated, or I guess defeated, is dependent upon the Packers game. Everybody else picked the same, so that should be interesting. All right, y'all. November 2017 to September 2024. On and off again, I had this little show called Sports Talk and everything in between. And this is going to be the final installment of that series as we know it. Big changes coming next week. I appreciate y'all listening. For who all have listened over the years. We got a new cast and crew. I mean, you know, hopefully Double M show up every now and then, Tia show up every now and then, but this will be our cast and crew mainly moving forward. You know, you got any final things to say to the people, Joe?
Ooh, this would typically be the time where I'm like, you know, it's good to be back. You know, go Pack, go. No, right now one of my favorite players got a flat tire. You know, I'm gonna say we're gonna hang in there, and we're gonna have a low energy go Pack, go. Good to be back.
I heard that. Gabe. Gabe.
I got one simple thing to say. They not like us. They not like us.
Boy, I must keep you from the car. Nah, that's crazy. For the final time, y'all, not incredible, not terrible, just relatable. I'm gonna catch y'all next week. And by then, I'm gonna have something to tell you, alright? I holla.